So technology is a huge factor, for our business. Most realtors don't use technology for their business, so they are grinding every single day like a hamster in a hamster wheel and doing the thing and following the next transaction. And that's exhausting because that reminds me to my old life when I used to work for money and I had no time. And I now have more time, probably the same amount of money, but if I put more time into use leverage your technology for, spending less time in front of your computer.
Hey there, future real estate legends. This is Jason P. Jordan, your go-to global real estate coach and the president and CEO, the Legends International team brokered by eXp Realty. I just wanted to thank you for being here and welcome you to another episode of the Lit Real Estate Show, where we interview our equity partners at eXp Realty in the USA and from all around the globe. Now, I just ask you to please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and hitting that bell icon so you never miss another Lit show or any other future videos that I have then launch here on this channel. It also helps the show grow so we can get even more successful eXp Realty agents on to help you. Now, at the same time, if you're a subscriber, you'll get access to new shows before anyone in the world does. If you would, subscribe right now. Thanks so much.
So let me introduce our guest speaker today. So Miss Natalie Salis from Chicago, Illinois, United States. Well, that's kind of a home base today, but she actually is kind of a nomad and lives and travels all around the world. And she actually has become a friend and excited to have her here. She's a visionary in global real estate and prop tech, serving as the founder and CEO of Unicorn Properties Corp, a groundbreaking real estate firm operating in 24 countries under the eXp Realty umbrella. Originally from Peru, raised in Spain, Natalie established herself in Chicago in 2005 before expanding to Mexico, where she's at on the call today in 2020. With a background in management information systems, marketing, and digital innovation, she has revolutionized international real estate by integrating AI, prop tech, and eco-living practices. Natalie empowers local agents to become global leaders while fostering sustainable living and leveraging cutting-edge technology. Her personalized approach has reshaped real estate services for agents, investors, and clients alike. Fluent in English and Spanish, Natalie's mission is to create global opportunities, bridge international markets, and drive innovation and sustainability in the industry. Since founding Unicorn Properties in 2021, she has been dedicated to promoting technological advances, eco-friendly solutions, and professional growth in real estate worldwide. Woo! That's a long bio. I love it, Natalie. And there's so much more. Honestly, you're like an onion. You have to just peel back the layers, and the more and more I've got to know you, the more and more I respect you even more and more and more based upon what I learned. So Natalie, thank you for taking the time to be on the call today.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. That was a long bio, but thank you.
No, but I always put these long bios together for these calls because I really want everybody to understand who it is that we're interviewing, right? Mm-hmm. And there just is so much more. And honestly, Natalie has a really good YouTube channel, good social media presence. So if you really want to learn more about her, you can just look her up on social media and you'll easily be able to find her. So Natalie, talk to us a little bit. Let's get in the DeLorean and let's turn the time machine and go back in time before you got into this crazy industry called real estate, and talk to us a little bit about what you were doing back then, and then take us through that journey of how you decided to go into real estate.
Sure. Well, thank you again for having me. I'm super excited to chat with you. I feel like you're my twin from another mother and father because we have the same approach and I think the same vision as well. Having the opportunity to be within eXp as partners helps us so much on not replicating or not recreating the wheel, which is already done for us. So my journey started many years ago. As you mentioned, I'm in marketing and IT, and that was my background. For several years. People tell me I look younger than I am, but I do have almost 20 years of experience in this field. So I started when I was 5, of course. And I left the corporate in 2023 to do real estate full time because at the beginning I was doing half and a half. And when you do half and a half something, you don't do anything right. I mean, not good enough. So I was in corporate for many years in the tech space. And I will always think about, any problems and how do I solve it with a tech solution that could fit the problem, that we can use, innovate it, make it faster, make it, more visible and go, wider in the world. So when I started in real estate, it was 2021. But although I had experience with investing in Chicago, flipping in Chicago, I love construction, and I like to be that girl that is on the construction side, just minding my business and telling people what to do, because I just love it. I love creating something from scratch.
Right.
And that has been just for fun at the beginning, and then later on became this career that we're in. 2020, during the pandemic, I flooded Chicago because as many people left North America to go somewhere else, not to be locked, trapped, or however you call it. But to us was a breather coming to Mexico. And I've been here many, many times on vacation in the Riviera Maya and the West Coast as well, but never to think about moving here. I've been in Chicago for 20 years almost, I think 20 years altogether. So I wouldn't have thought of moving somewhere else, after 20 years. And when I came to Mexico, I had such a good experience on being back to nature, being away from the big city, being free in a way that felt freer than Chicago. And I was like, if I can work remotely, I could live here. So that was my behind the scenes thought. And I was like, how can I live here? How can I work here, making money in dollars, but spending them in pesos? Because you don't want to, earn in pesos and spend in pesos, because that's, it's a little hard to be local and earning this currency. So we started the journey by just buying here. You were like, if we're going to move here, we should buy. And this is before I was into real estate. I was just in corporate. So the buying process was such a struggle for us that I was like, who does something right here? There's steps to follow. I thought it was something basic, but the culture that we have in the US and Canada is very methodic. You know what to expect. You can research online, you can Google something. And now with ChatGPT, of course, you can know your processes. But when you're outside of the country, US and Canada, there is no regulation. It's a mess. You have to investigate a lot of, nuances, things. You have to find out things on your own. You get ripped off. You get, attorney doesn't say the truth. And you're like, what's going on here? It's a mess. And I saw a huge opportunity there, because I was like, if nobody's doing this right, I'm going to do it, because if this is an empty market, nobody's taking it over. And I raised my hand. I'm like, how can I help? So with technology, I was like, maybe building an MLS would be the solution for Mexico. But then I understood, technology adoption and usability from realtors has to be there before you build any platform, because otherwise, if you don't have users, it's the same as nothing.
Exactly.
So a lot of market research later, I was like, no, that's not a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea if you want to spend time on the technology, but when I went back to Chicago, somebody introduced me to a friend that was in EXP. And I was like, wait, do you mean I can do real estate in Mexico, but, I don't have to be a realtor in Mexico, and I can just live there and, do the, come and go. So that's kind of how everything started. I was trying to find a way to move to Mexico without, and what am I going to do for work kind of thing. And that came out with the solution. EXP had the platform for that transition, for that dual residency in a way, dual lifestyle, and you be where you want to be whenever you want to be, and follow the sun. So to me, I follow the sun. Wherever it's summer, I'll be there. So I'm here in winter and Chicago in summer, but also traveling all over to explore the different markets, because the same problems that we have in Mexico, we have in Italy, we have them in Dubai, we have them in Egypt now, so India. So it's very similar. We struggle with the same.
Yeah, I think it was interesting when I was getting ready to go to Milan, and I invited you, and you were like, well, I'm in Malaysia right now, and let me see, can I make it all work, right? And you and Michael are able to make it work and come to the International MLS Forum in Milan. That was awesome. Thank you for doing that. And it showcased again to me how much of a nomad that you are, and how you built this business around a lifestyle that you wanted to create. right? And I think that that is a very unique perspective on this business we call real estate, which everybody always thinks you have to live and breathe everything in a local box, right? And how you have been a great example of that you can create systems, marketing, and processes that allow you to sell in multiple markets, right? And you don't necessarily have to live there yourself, right? And I think we have a shared vision on that, right? So talk to us a little bit about, now being part of eXp Realty, what was it about the model that really got you excited, beyond, the opportunity of being able to do business anywhere as a borderless brokerage, right? But now, what was it that got you excited? And then also talk a little bit about what you've done over the last couple of years, right? As you really understood the model and started implementing it.
Yeah, I think to me, it was the other way around. I wasn't a realtor before. I became a realtor to join eXp because I really love the model. And I was like, I never thought to go for my license. It was not a thing that I have a lot of friends in real estate. I'm like, I don't want to be another realtor, in Chicago. It's just not my thing. I want to see how I can make the business, how to use the systems that we're given to leverage real estate. So it's not like I'm a realtor, we're running a real estate business like you are too. So our purpose is real estate, and to me it has been more about shifting people's perspectives into going back to nature and thinking about life more simple. So how can you save in property taxes? How can you, see and analyze your fixed cost? So back to the experience of like your question was the transition, right? Like what brought me here. I think to me it was my mom because, being in Chicago and taking care of my mom, she got sick in 2009. So it's been a long journey of taking care of her. So for us, it was kind of like, where do we go that she's taken care of? Because the health in the US healthcare is what it is, but the food and the lifestyle and the stress and the everyday stuff, I will make good money in the US and spend it all in my fixed cost. My mom's, healthcare and everything. So when I came to Mexico, it was like, oh, I can actually keep some of the money that I was making, like if I do smart decisions here. But I don't know, like to your question, it was more like just like make life simple, like I don't want to complicate my life. And I downsized a lot in Chicago before I came here. Sold a lot of, several properties that I had. My Airbnb now is pending to be sold as well. And I don't know, like the analysis between, the different markets is like, it's fascinating to me. And traveling and adjusting your lifestyle to adjusting your work to how you want to live your life is amazing. I only get one-way tickets to anywhere I go. So I don't have a return flight, almost never.
Wow, that's really interesting. I think there's some people that are here or would be watching this recording and be frightened by that. That's just so awesome, though, you have built a business that is so flexible to be around, that mold around the lifestyle you want, that you can have that flexibility. And that's awesome. And that really is the key of what you can build at eXp. Not only can you be actively productive in selling real estate, but then we have the systems built into the model that allow us to build a retirement vehicle to continue this said lifestyle that you have. But even in the marketing and the systems that you set up, Natalie, you could do those probably even if you were to scale back even some, right? Almost pretty much on autopilot, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
I think realtors that think that they have to stay in one location, it's because it's the old model. I don't think I could stay in one location more than maybe 3 to 6 months. But, some realtors think they're bounded to their location. And with this, eXp opens the doors to be anywhere. And I think one thing that I didn't share with you was that when I moved to Mexico, the first thing I did was incorporating in Mexico, setting up a company.
Okay.
And that was the worst decision ever because the bureaucracy in Mexico to run your company as an LLC, you have to declare your taxes every month. I had a fixed cost on expenses for my tax accountant larger than in the US because I had to do it monthly. So I was like, who will do that? And nobody told me that, this is before EXP. So I had a fixed cost for a company that I barely use, like declaring zeros because I'm not active, an agent here. I wasn't back then. So I was like, why am I opening, should I open a company in every single place I operate? I'm like, that's going to be a pain in the butt between accounting, attorneys, and all these fees of incorporating anywhere and then keeping compliant. So then I still have the company, but it's more of a pain in the behind than it is a benefit. So EXP, you're like opening the box for Mexico, opening the box for Spain, opening the box for Portugal, you're ready to go. You just run with it, go for, focus on sales, not on the bureaucracy of incorporating a company around the world.
Yep, because EXP handles all the transfer of money and doing conversion, everything, right? I mean, that's one of the great parts about the business. The other thing I wanted to ask you here in the last part of our discussion today is thinking about the future, right? So now you've been part of EXP for a while. Not only part of EXP, but for those of you who don't know, Natalie has really been working behind the scenes a lot over the last several months, helping put together some really cool marketing systems that we all get to benefit from at the corporate level. So I constantly go into the world and bump into her and I'm like, Natalie, what are you doing in here again? Because she's working on some really cool stuff. And I also want to thank Natalie for introducing me to, reintroducing me to Saeed and listening to him, right? We had Saeed here on the call a couple weeks ago talking about Go High Level and systems. And it was Natalie who said, hey, Jason, you need to talk to Saeed. You need to look at what he's doing instead of trying to recreate the wheel, right? And she said that earlier in this conversation. So talk about looking through that lens, right? What do you see the future looking like of EXP over the next several years?
Sure. And back to not recreating the wheel, right? When we chat about what issues do we have, how can we improve things, from our business owner perspective? I like to simplify, time is money. And if you want to save in time and money, just follow the person who's doing it right. So I like following, not only influencers, the people who know what they're doing and they're doing it faster. So when I talked to Sayed, it was more about, hey, what's working for you and what would you, not do if, you have to start from scratch. You already have been, testing this for a few years. So then you just hop on that train, the train is already going. It's like EXP. You don't have to reinvent anything. Just jump on the train and you're moving. So you don't have to get stuck in anything. I love connecting people. So, and I love making friends. And I truly mean that I would love to connect to people just for the sake of they just need to know each other. Like, despite the benefit and despite the business oriented connection, is more about the personal. So technology is a huge factor, for our business. Most realtors don't use technology for their business, so they are grinding every single day like a hamster in a hamster wheel and doing the thing and following the next transaction. And that's exhausting because that reminds me to my old life when I used to work for money and I had no time. And I now have more time, probably the same amount of money, but if I put more time into use leverage your technology for, spending less time in front of your computer. So to those people that don't use technology yet, and they're curious, they can definitely talk to Jason or I and best practices, just so you save time. You don't have to, we're not selling anything. We're like, this is what works for us. If you want to adopt it, nice, I'm not going to charge you for it, but it's just how I save time. And with that, I think it's more time for yourself into nature. At least for me, it is back to the beach and then being in the sun. Just not working and chasing a client all the time. And then real estate is tough, you don't close every single sale. You just close a percentage of it. So you have to do more volume. So I think leveraging technology, social media, content creation, and I think for me, market research has been huge because only by just doing that for fun, even for myself, and share it with the world for free, it's been giving me so much because it's like a energy, cycle. You receive information, you showcase local realtors, you learn, and you teach the world. So it goes back around. So it's an endless cycle of sharing.
It's like a value loop, right? So you receive value, give value, right?
Yeah.
Same type of thing. So, I think we met for the very first time at the EXPCon International in Lisbon last June. And then, of course, we were together again in Milan at the International MLS Forum, and then again at EXPCon 2024 in Miami. Looking forward to seeing you also at EXPCon International in Barcelona that will be coming up this year. So now that you've had the experience, right, what do you think as one final takeaway? If somebody's sitting here watching today, either live or watching the recording, and they're thinking, is it too late to get started with EXP? Did I miss the big wave, right? Or that maybe they have some reservations. What would one piece of advice be that you would give them?
I will share, I think, two things super fast. One of them is that when you're not in a system that you can track, your commission is not promised. Before EXP, I sent referrals to realtors locally, one-on-one. And do you think they came to me, Natalie, there's your commission split? No, they fucking disappear. And they were like, oh, and then I didn't see them again. And then I'm like, wait, we went half and a half on that deal, right? And since you cannot track it and you cannot chase people, and good luck with lawsuits in Mexico, that commission was gone, several. So then having a system in place and some organization behind it and accountability of, hey, I send you a lead in the system, it's tracked. If you close that lead, it's like Op City in the US, right? You make sure that that's split. But if you cannot have accountability in your systems or in your community, good luck trying to get people, trusting people's honesty, unfortunately. That happened to me several times in Mexico, and then I'm glad I found EXP because then I know who I send leads to for referrals, and then I can follow up with them, and they're still in the system, and then they stay long time versus other agencies that people come and go. And the second one was that when we met in Portugal, and I got out of this stage, you were on stage as well, and I share a little bit of how I do things and why I do it. I was just traveling the world researching real estate, and I talked to different people in different countries, and they're like, you could do that? And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? And they're like, well, I've been traveling, but I never thought to connect business and fun in the same trip. And I'm like, well, that's a tax deductible activity. Why wouldn't you do that? So everywhere I go, I do two things. Because I want to go and see the country and visit and learn and understand and research. And I go because, it's fun to me. And I connect with humans, and most of my friends are my work friends. So it's like a fun, social, exploring a new city kind of thing. So to me, it's brilliant. Like if you're not in EXP, you're wasting your time because you're trying to establish a company in every single country you're trying to expand to, or city or state within the US. Like licenses, company, billing, accounting, currency exchanges, all that good stuff. So this will simplify your life. Just pick a person in the map and send them a referral, and you make money when they close. And you can track that. So it's not like the Italian mafia, you have to go and break somebody's knees for your commission. You just go, it's in the system. You get paid in your currency and your bank, wherever you are registered. So that's my favorite part.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for sharing your story and for coming and being a guest on our call today. And for those of you that are here live, you're going to get the opportunity to learn a little bit more about this thing called Real Estate Tours Worldwide that Natalie has been doing, and we're going to showcase that in the third segment of today's call. So stick around for that. Natalie, once again, thanks again, my friend, for coming and doing this as well.
Thank you, Jason.
Hey, I hope you found value in today's legendary interview with our special guest.
If you'd like to see more interviews just like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
And if you'd like to learn more about today's guest, I placed all their contact information in the description below. Who knows? Maybe they are the mentor you've been looking for. And if you're looking to make a change who you are partnered with in real estate, feel free to book a no-pressure private Zoom call with me. During this private call, I'll share with you how we help real estate agents leverage their language skills and cultural connections to close more transactions both locally and internationally using cutting-edge lead generation technology and marketing techniques. If you want to find yourself in a different situation in 90 days or in a year from now, it's important to find the right partners that can mentor you, have the right strategies, and are willing to give you the roadmap without asking for an additional cut of your commission. With the unique eXp Realty model, it's a collaboration, not competition mentality. The numbers don't lie either. So if you're curious, reach out and set up an appointment. I look forward to meeting you. Feel free to check out the other videos I have here on the channel about eXp Realty too, in case you're just curious. Otherwise, drop your questions or suggestions for upcoming guests in the comments below. Once again, I'm Jason P. Jordan, your go-to global real estate coach with the Legends International team, brokered by eXp Realty. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.